Well, this is interesting. Mariah Carey is apparently having financial struggles trying to keep up with her lifestyle since she's not bringing in as much money as she used to during the top of her career. And she's looks like she's looking to put Nick Cannon on child support. They got the 13-year-old twins, Moroccan and Monroe, and she's been taking care of them financially since the beginning, from what I'm seeing in this article. And now she may be looking to put Nick on child support. I thought Mariah Carey was worth a couple of hundred million. Maybe I was wrong. But they also saying she's trying to keep up with her lifestyle and she's feeling the pressure, you know, for the money that's also needed to raise their two children. And looks like she may be seeking uh, child support from Nick Cannon. So the website I'm on is called brigadanews.com. That's BRIGADA news.com. If you want to check out the article, it's probably on other sites as well by now. But this just got sent to my cell phone today as a notification. And so Mariah Carey, she's 55. And after almost 10 years of covering the expenses without help from Nick, this is where it looks like it's going. The article was saying with her financial struggles that she may be looking to put Nick on child support to help out with the children, I guess, to balance things out. So it's basically, I'm not sure why Nick hasn't been helping for almost 10 years, maybe because of the other kids that he has. I mean, that's no excuse. But this will be the first one of his children's mothers to put him on child support that I know about. She's the first one. So Mariah is 55 now. I think she's turning 56 this year. And so this is kind of some of the reasons why. Let me go through what the article is saying. Financial strain and lifestyle costs. She's been known for having crazy spending habits, very extravagant. She spends a lot of money. And she spends over $1 million per month on luxury expenses, $100,000 on flowers, $10,000 for hair and makeup. She also has taken out $18 million in loans against her $30 million New York City penthouse. So all of this adds up. And her music career at one point dominated the charts. Is saying her position has been overshadowed by more recent artists like Taylor Swift and Sabrina Carpenter. I'm not sure who Sabrina Carpenter is. And all of this combined with how much she spends each month with her lifestyle is having her strapped for cash, is saying. Now, she can do what she wants in terms of putting Nick on child support, but she probably also needs to lower her lifestyle, regardless of the whole child support thing. She wants to keep that up, the lifestyle, so now she needs help with the children, which I would have thought Nick would have been helping out in some form or fashion at one point. But this article is saying almost 10 years she covering the expenses without help from Nick. It's been almost 10 years. The twins are now 13, probably turning 14 this year, so that would mean Nick stopped helping out with the kids at age 4. That's what I'm guessing. And so, that's definitely interesting. And I mean, we'll see how it all shapes out. Let me go through some more of the article because there's definitely a lesson here. Now it goes into, it says Mariah Carey always provided the best for the children, but now feels she can no longer maintain her spending pace without help from Nick. And she pretty much let Nick slide on child support all these years. But times have changed. This is coming from a source. So now it goes into Nick Cannon's money situation. He's 44. He's turning 45 this year. He's born in 1980. And he has 11 children with 6 different women. It's 11 children with 6 different women. That's including Mariah. And despite his reputation as one of Hollywood's most prolific fathers, he has reportedly avoided paying court-sanctioned child support for any of his children. So out of all the 11, so maybe other women have put him on child support or tried. Now Mariah's is actually making the news, I guess, for her being the only famous one out of the 6 baby mamas. And then they said Cannon has enjoyed financial success from his comedy tours, the Wild and Out, if you all have seen that, and other ventures. He's hosted some shows, and his net worth is estimated at $50 million. And that's more than Mariah's current earnings, even though I think she's worth more. I'm pretty sure she's worth more, but that's just net worth. And her lifestyle. We see how these things add up, and now the cash is getting low on her end. So here we go. Said Nick has gotten away with keeping his cash in his pocket, but Mariah is ready for him to start paying up. And despite this, Cannon maintains that he has always provided for their children, his children, and he stated that none of the mothers of his children have ever asked for something they didn't receive. So that's Nick's defense here. But, I don't know. It's a lot of he say, she say going on. And, Nick in this situation with 11 kids by 6 different women, that's a lot. I'm not going to say he regrets the decision for all of the children, but this adds up. And then his children are expected to live a lifestyle that everyone else's children aren't, who are down in that 99% of, they call it. Nick's part of that 1% of earners in the United States, celebrities, other people, CEOs, things like that. But money being mismanaged and still even trying to live above your lifestyle, even being in the 1%, when you're trying to live like the 0.5%, it becomes an issue. Not to say that Nick is doing that. Looks like that's what Mariah is doing. But, she has a right to ask him for financial assistance with their 2 kids. And, if he doesn't comply, then okay, now it goes to the court and gets a court order. But Nick is saying he's always provided. Maybe now it's not enough to the women in his life. And so that's also a lesson learned for men and women out here. Be careful about how many children you want. This is 11 right here for Nick. I don't have any. I personally wouldn't go past 2 in this day and age. Keep it at a boy and a girl. That's it. Let alone 11. But, that's where Nick is right now. Just him. Mariah got the 2, and then the other 5 baby mamas, I think, some got more than 1. But, yeah, all 11 go back to Nick. So let me go back down in the article. Now it goes into a possible legal action. They say Mariah wants to formalize the child support payments to show them as income to her creditors who are on her back. And Mariah lavishes Monroe and Moroccan, the 2 kids she has with Nick, with the best of everything, but she feels she can't keep up that spending pace any longer. So this also, I think, becomes a situation of probably spending too much that's not even needed on children. And so now, I don't know, it doesn't go into what she's giving them. It just goes into, like I said earlier, what she's doing. So that don't even include what's being spent on them. So it's probably crazy amounts that she can no longer afford. And then it says, however, Nick Cannon is reportedly resistant to the idea of formalized payments. So he doesn't want the court system involved because he does not want government involvement in his money affairs. He just wants to put the money out when there's a need and leave it at that. And then although Mariah Carey has been lenient about child support in the past, so she hasn't really been on him about it, the situation may change as her money situation increases. And so now, insiders believe she is now prepared to take legal steps to make sure she gets the money she needs on a monthly basis from Nick. And as people watch closely, it says the high-profile exes may be heading for a legal court battle over child support, and this will make a whole new chapter in their relationship, when you tie in the other 9 children and the other 5 baby mamas, it's crazy. And, you know, I still look back on why Nick even went this route with having 9 more children. If I was Nick Cannon, I would have stopped after the 2 with Mariah, and that would have been it. But, you know, he has his reasons. But, you know, these reasons come with a lot of money. And, you know, he may start feeling the pressure soon as we go through 2025. I think we might see a lot more other famous people show up and show out with, you know, things that we didn't know were going on, and money that's no longer there, all types of things. So the same people that were being lived through, what's the word, vicariously by the public, now they're saying they got the same issues. I mean, they've always had the same issues, and now this is on an even bigger scale with how much money is involved, and, you know, child support that's, you know, has hit people whether you're famous or not. So that's, you know, that's that. I understand Nick not wanting, of course, to get involved. I don't think any person would, whether it be for the women that are on child support right now, and there are, and the men that outnumber the women who are on child support. But, you know, that's just where it's at. And even with Mariah's situation of her just not wanting to lower her lifestyle, and so you say, okay, now, well, if she just stopped the spending, she doesn't need support from Nick. I mean, he's still obligated as dad to help out, and she's saying that he hasn't really helped out. He's saying something different. So it very well could end up in court just based off of, you know, that whole he say, she say stuff alone. So we'll see what else happens as time marches on. So this can get crazy. I didn't know Mariah's finances were, you know, having troubles like that. And I know where it says Nick is worth 50 million, his net worth. I thought Mariah's net worth was a couple of $100 million, and it very well may be, but who knows what that's tied up into. I still think she needs to lower her lifestyle for her and the twins, regardless if you put Nick on child support, because then, you know, they're 13 now, probably turning 14 this year. So in 4 years, Nick's child support ends. Mariah is 55. She'll be turning, she is turning 56 this year. She was born in 1969. So she'll be 60 years old. And then what? Child support over, 60 years old. You know, she still is going to have to try and keep her head above water at 60 years old, you know. And it's not like people at that age, okay, your life starts to, you know, I mean, you can pass away at any time, but you got people living into their 80s, 90s, you know. So at 60, no more child support, you know, she'll still, you know, I'm sure be alive and kicking. And so you still gonna have to find some other way to get around this when the child support is over from Nick in 4 years, if it goes that route. It probably will, but you only get 4 years of it left. Now, I don't know if they'll try and put, no, I don't think they would try and put back pay because he's never been on it. So it's not like he was ever behind on it. And as far as their divorce, I don't think she's getting any alimony because she has more money than Nick. So that's how that works out. So yeah, with this, her asking possibly for child support this year, so you only get 4 years of it. And then I guess you try and milk that, but then, you know, you turn 60, child support is over. Then what, Mariah? So, you know, I'm a fan of her, you know, her work, her music, and really hope she lowers the lifestyle. So, you know, child support ends, you know, then she's still all right, you know, because those payments, you know, now they stop, and then what's next? And you don't want to see her out here filing bankruptcy possibly because she can't keep up the lifestyle. And so that's the thing there. But everybody goes through it, even the one percenters that I'm talking about in this video, Mariah Carey, being that in that 1%, and Nick as well, family issues, child support. It's just a lot more expensive in their tax bracket, but this hits everybody, even in the we don't down to 99% with the rest of us, and no matter all of the money between them, all of the millions, it still doesn't just fix everything just because they have money. And so again, the whole lifestyle issue, and I've said this in past videos, and this goes to Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon, and everybody else listening to this: lower your lifestyle. Everybody want to go out there and get the bag and things like that. I know my shirt says it ain't for you to decide my bag and how much money you make. That's true. But whatever you're making, keep, and as it increases, keep the spending underneath that. Keep the spending underneath that. I'm not talking about anything that have to do with child support or anything like that. Keep your lifestyle lowered. Because guys or even ladies out here, if the other parent does put you on child support, you need to be able to put that in your budget. You got here living this lavish lifestyle, then up here comes child support, and so now you start to struggle. So keep the lifestyle low, regardless. Kids or no kids. Too many people out here doing way too much just as individuals, and then start to struggle. And they don't have no children, it's just him or it's just her. So I'm not telling you all anything wrong, but this is definitely a developing story with possible court battle and Mariah versus Nick being on child support. We'll see. And again, if you want to check out the article, it's Brigada News, giving them the credit, BRIGADA news.com. And so you all can check that out. It's probably, if you just put in Mariah Carey, Nick Cannon, child support, other websites probably have a similar story up as well, but this is where I got mine from. And yeah, let me know what you guys think in the comments about the situation. Is Mariah Carey wrong for trying to put Nick on child support because her lifestyle needs to be maintained, and she's saying he hasn't helped for nearly 10 years, so now she needs some payback so she can continue spending and living the way she wants to? Her argument is what she spends on the kids, which is probably too much. She wants to still be able to continue to do that. Do you think it's more about her than the children, and why she wants Nick's help now? Nick says all of the mothers of his kids have gotten what they've asked for in terms of support for the kids. Or are you all feel like Nick is in the right here and he's been doing what he needs to do, and it's just Mariah having a greedy lifestyle? What do you all think? Do you think Nick has too many kids as it is? We're at 11 now. And are you in a similar situation? Not with that many kids, but are you on child support now, whether you a mom or dad? Let me know down in the comments and how that's working out and how crazy this court system can be. And, we'll go from there. Like, share, and subscribe to the channel. As always, it's Facts of Feelings. All one word, no spaces. Put that in the YouTube search, Facts of Feelings, all one word, no spaces, and my channel comes right up. And I'll be back with another video soon, and I'm out. Lower your lifestyle.